there's a lot of the things that go into connecting with the floor and how to properly brace your core and create tension are going to be the things that allow you to lift the most amount of weight in the safest and most efficient way possible. A lot of those same principles, all of them, also translate into deadlifting. We're not covering that as much today, but if you have questions, then we can kind of talk about that as well. But it all starts with how you connect with the floor and how you create tension into your body. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to have you just get into a comfortable standing stance. It can be your squat stance. It doesn't have to be. I don't care so much at this point. But what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you've got monkey feet, right? I want you to actively grab into the floor. You should feel your toes tense up a little bit, but your whole foot is contracted. You feel that? Okay. Once you've got that locked into place, it's really awkward when nobody else is talking over there. Once you're grabbed into the floor, it's really awkward when just Z's talking. Once you're grabbed into the floor, what I want you to do is I want you to twist, like you're trying to screw your foot down into the ground. You should have a straight leg when you do it, but I want you to take everything and rotate out into the side of your shoe. And you should feel your ass cheeks flex real hard when you do that. Yeah? Butts flexed, everybody? Good. Once you've got that position, that is our base for the lower body, right? Everything begins and ends from right here. It also brings your pelvis into a neutral position. So when we start to pressurize, you're not segmenting your body, okay? Which we'll go over in a minute. So, step one, right? We've got the toes, we've got the twist. The next thing that I want you to do is I want you to take a huge breath into your body. We'll see where it goes.
She's bending her arm back.
Do what?
Take a big breath in. Good. Some people are already doing this. This is good. If you tip the breath in and your chest goes up here, we've got a problem, right? That means all that air that you're taking in is pulling you into that segmented position where your upper body is here, your lower body is here. It's not where we want to be. Okay? So what we're going to do this time is I'm going to have you take in that same breath, but I want you to push it all out. So you're going to keep breathing out. When you run out of air, keep breathing. And you should feel everything in your stomach start to tense up, right? Tight position, rib cage is dropped, butts flexed, toes are grabbed into the floor. That's the start of your squat, okay? Do I want you to actually blow all your air out when you squat? No, we're going to do the opposite. But this is that position that you want to take that breath into, okay? So right here is where we're going to be locked and pressurized. Real quick, just so you can kind of feel the difference, I want you to take your chest up here and try and get as tight as you just did. It should feel nowhere near the same, right? Because you're disconnected. And so remember that as we start to incorporate the bar and actually adding weight, that we want to be into that locked in, brace tight position, okay? So the next thing, I'm going to start from the ground up, is we're going to take this position and we're going to pressurize it by taking air into the body, down into the stomach, okay? So start from the floor, we go toes, and we're going to twist again, drop that rib cage, inflate into the belly, and hold that breath. Should be tight all the way around. If I were to come over and punch you in the side, you shouldn't feel a whole lot, right? Because we want to create that pressure all the way around your stomach and into your lower back. Okay? That's how you brace. It's a quick version of that. It doesn't need to be much more complicated than that. But that's how you should be before you squat, before you deadlift, and even before you bench. You just drive the air down. It's a little bit different on bench, but it's that same principle. And so everything kind of from this point forward, we're going to individualize because everybody's built a little bit differently. Everybody has different body proportions. Everybody has a little bit different squat style. But those things are going to be one of the key principles that you want to incorporate for everybody across the board with everything that you do. If you have a history of back issues, this is going to be the most important thing that you learn today is how to do that. Because learning how to get into a good position and how to completely lock into that position is going to be the only way that you keep from re-injuring. And that's how it happened in the first place, right? Is not being tight. So that's what we're going to talk about for you today the most.